Hey Mike,
Hi, Thana. How's
apa
it going,
kabar?
mate? Love
Bagus,
your
bagus.
new hairstyle, man.
It's a
Wow,
evolving
today,
hairstyle. Every day
yeah,
different. Today
wow,
is different.
today, wow, they got a bit of the Maserati
Maserati, yeah.
Gran Turismo styling,
I've been looking at a lot of Gran Turismos lately, like,
Yeah, no
it's a
blaming,
very
man.
interesting platform.
Yes.
The one of the key thing I was looking for
Yes.
was, is there an aftermarket audio system? Because
Oh,
it's a car that's stuck
yep.
in, like pre
Mid,
2010 lah. It's
yes,
just
yes,
stuck in that era. It hasn't gone forward.
yes,
So I've been
yes.
looking at what can I do to kind of
But
upgrade.
it's very funny, because you guys were talking about this on Monday, right?
Hmm?
You guys were talking
Yeah,
about this
correct,
on
correct.
Monday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But on Sunday night, I was scrolling all these Gran Turismo videos, the V8 videos. I
Yeah.
said, this one
I,
nice choice for Thana, this one actually.
I always I always like cars which are not perfect, but
Yep.
and it's something you can do to work on to make it better, and
Yes.
or there's something about it that people don't like that
Yep.
I always feel like I want to go and adopt the car and make it my own. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like all the cookie cars, so that's always my passion. So anyway,
Yep.
we are now back another week. Today we're talking
Yep.
about Mercedes. I don't have much experience with Mercedes, so it's a good thing we help people.
Yep.
um,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
So
for who are
specifically more on the engine, Thana. Today we
on
will
the
talk
end.
about more on
Okay,
the engine.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn, and I will ask a lot of questions. So guys, if you want to
Yes.
ask questions, please join us, and we're gonna go deep into the world of Mercedes.
Yeah.
So let's go to an intro, and after the intro, we will welcome our guest for today. Intro coming now. Welcome back, guys. Yes, thank you for joining us today on a topic on Mercedes. Please give us a round of hi and welcome to our guest
Yep.
today, Elcent. Hi, Elcent. How are you, Chief?
Hi everyone, my name is Elson.
Yes, and
Hey,
Elson is from RE. Yeah, RE
yes,
Oh,
Auto. Yes, yes. And maybe, Elson, you can give us a little bit background about yourself. How many years experience and whatnot.
okay.
Of yourself in on Mercedes.
Mercedes, previously I worked from this Hubsing Star as a service
mm,
advisor for 8 years.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Oh, all
before I
right.
joined Hubsing, I was a technician, which is like doing all the Mercedes also and also the BMW cars before joining
Oh,
Hubsing.
all right.
So I plus minus, I think I more than 10 years experience on this car industry.
wow, wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
brilliant. Hi, hi.
So basically, you went from actually working on continental cars to
yep,
actually being the service advisors. These are the people who actually see
Mm.
people and they will see the problems and diagnose and see where to lead them for the
yep,
Yep.
technicians to kind of take the next step, I guess.
yes,
Mm.
correct.
And I
Yes.
guess you see a lot of issues along your history. You kind of see what is the pattern, and you can like, oh, you know what? When someone says like, I guess, oh, I went down and suddenly got clunk clink. Oh, is it clink clunk or clunk clink? Based on that,
Ah,
you know what the issue already.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
basically, somebody like some customers just call me up and ask me, "Oh, why this light is appear and then why the sound is like this?" We can straight away answer from the phone sometimes. Without touching the
Yep.
car, without seeing the car, so we already know that from the phone we can advise the customer. Okay, how
Right.
long to take and what is the item to replace? That's it.
Mm,
Because it's like already happened a lot in
mm,
dealers, so that we
Yep.
know that these all the things,
mm.
how it did happen, and what is the root cause. So yeah,
Right. Yeah.
basically it's like that.
People forget
Uh,
that what I call on most cars, the common problems are really common, lah.
Mm,
Correct. Because
yes.
as you
Correct.
and you roughly know like how many thousand mileage what will happen. It just it's and again I think that's why I always say
Mm.
that you must have a mechanic or place you go to that are expert, maybe in your brand, but sometimes also in your model. Because I think even like within Mercedes, like certain models require a certain level of expertise, and you go
Yep.
to a place that works on that particular car more than everybody else, you know. So yeah, thank you for joining us, Elcent. So guys, again, if you got any questions on Volkswagen, sorry,
Yep.
Volkswagen pula, on Mercedes, we are stuck on Volkswagen
Mercedes.
world, by the way. On Mercedes,
Mercedes.
please ask us questions, and we will
Yep.
address them. We'll get Elcent to address them.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
don't we welcome some of these people that
Hmm.
has joined us this
So
evening?
so we got
Yeah.
Paul Chung here.
Hi,
Hi,
Paul.
Paul.
Hi.
Yeah.
British Velu is
Mitish is.
joining us.
Yep. Kanesan as
Uh,
well today. Yeah.
yeah, Ganesan. Hi, Ganesan.
Yeah. We got Derek. Another
Hi,
loyal
Derek.
followers.
Yeah.
Hi, brother.
Yeah. We got
And we've got Brian Chung. Oh, straight into a question. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
maybe we can stop here and
Okay.
take this one.
Yep.
What's your take,
So
Elson?
is 2015 C250 durable? Yes, I
Yeah.
can say that because like this
Yep.
year, this particular years of the C class is using
Mm.
the W274 engine. So
Yep.
far, so good for the engine actually. It's
Hmm.
powerful engine, and also the gearbox is still using the 7-speed.
Yep.
So 7-speed gearbox. Quite basically, the gearbox is quite smooth. So it's not do you have any major things to be repaired. Just need to be on time to change the gearbox oil, which
Hmm.
is we call the ATF. Yeah.
Yep.
So far, this engine is quite durable, and the car is actually still very powerful and then stable. Mm.
Mm.
And,
Yeah.
and,
What
and,
is your recommended interval for the ATF change?
Every for this model, I will recommend every 50,000. 40 to 50 is
50,000.
the best.
wow.
Yeah. Good practice to do that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
We have to like uh every time that we do the service, we need to advise the customer as well, which is we have to keep this in mind. Preventive
Mm.
servicing is very important.
Hmm.
If
Yep.
we don't make the things until worse, then only
Yes.
go and change it. Then we actually
Yes.
we have the A problem, so become the B problem, then the C
Hmm.
problem. So you have to solve in the
Yep.
A, so to stop the B
Yep.
and C happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
think on
preventive
Thursday
service
we
is
were talking about this as well, Thana.
Exactly.
preventive service
Yeah.
is very important, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so like in that particular year, how long was the warranty from Mercedes?
4 years.
4 years. So I guess we are now looking at 2 years out of warranty. I also had a
Yeah.
question about this kind of cars. Like, I mean, especially these are considered new generation cars, in my opinion. Like, no? When they come out of warranty, what do you often see? Like people they always miss that mark. Like towards the warranty end, what do you think are the things that should be looking out for?
But it's really depend on the mileage
Hmm.
because dealers is always recommend servicing in the based on the mileage. If
Yeah.
let's say the mileage, let's say is like 2015, so it's 6 years
Mm.
old car. Most probably
Hmm.
Yep.
this all the car is more than 100,000. So
Correct.
you must very
Yep.
focus on this. Also the engine oil service, gearbox oil
Hmm.
service, and
Hmm.
also the plug. Everything you have to double check.
Hmm.
Also the
Yep.
suspension, because like more than 100,000 cars, the suspension is starting going have a problem coming out, sound, knocking noise. So these are the things that you must focus.
Yeah.
So I guess the basics are obviously engine oil and ATF oil. That's
Yeah.
given. And
Yep.
then the shocks, the arms, the bushings, all those are based on wear and tear, where they go, whether they live in Kepung or they live in one Kera, the usage to be different.
Yes.
Correct.
But I
Yeah.
think there's the good thing about the C250. It doesn't have the air suspension at the back lah. This one.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
So it's still using the normal shock absorber. So
Yes.
basically, it's quite lasting, no problem at all.
Yeah.
anything in particular, like small things that comes out, like annoying stuff, door lock
Mm,
mechanism maybe, or headlights, or
Electric.
no.
What about the electrics on the car?
So far, this electric on this car quite stable also. Doesn't have
Oh,
any
quite stable.
much problem.
Wow.
Very good
bulletproof,
engine.
man.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, even though until now we're facing all those customers driving to 2014, 2013
Yes.
cars, it's still very
Yep.
stable for Mercedes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Electrical
Yes.
system is quite stable.
Yes.
But we don't talk about the software thing because sometimes software will be like the computer. Like few
Yes.
years, you have to like maybe format the
Reset.
computer. It's
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
reset,
Yes.
yes. So
Yeah.
it same goes to the car. You like
Mm.
some drive sometimes some electrical things is pop up, so we have to do the reset. Sometimes it's a sensoring issues, so we just change it, then the problem solved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like the other day we did the, Elson, I came and see you, right?
Yep.
Because one of my customers, A250, which we
Yes.
have tuned. I think I didn't have the time to tell you
CLA.
what.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, the CLA,
Yeah. CLA.
250, right?
Yeah.
So the customer was complaining about, the car being very laggy. That one after we tune, yeah,
Mm.
and the car has lost the performance. Yeah. So you remember I told you there was one fault code that was very funny, right?
Yeah.
That we didn't discover, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what you did was you readapt the transmission for me.
Yes. This is what I advise
Yes.
to do it because
Yep.
from my diagnosis computer, I didn't find any
Mm.
fault memory from the
Mm.
diagnosis record everything.
Mm.
So
Yep.
what I advise to Mike is let's redo the adaptation to make the gearbox relearn again, which is the how the owner driving style. So
Yep.
after do the adaptation, so and do the learning, so the problem basically is solved lah. What I heard from Mike. So
Yes.
after you drive
But
the car, how you feel?
Yes. The car was much better,
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then
Good.
after that, Ian took it for full throttle run.
mm.
It triggered another fault, And you guess what fault was it?
What for?
It was actually the crank sensor.
Ah.
Oh,
Yes.
the
So
crank
we
sensor.
replaced, yes. Then we replaced the crank sensor. Wow, the
Yeah.
car really woke
Back
up.
to
Back to normal.
back to normal. So
Back to
sometimes
normal.
it's happen like you have to do the adaptation, the first step, so
Yes,
you can
correct.
found up the main problem.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Because we reset that already. Then we went for a full throttle run. And then it really triggered the sensor. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a very bad jerk, when that happened to the car. And then the fault
Oh,
code actually came out. Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Sounds
yes.
very
So
conti, yeah. I mean, I think
Very conti. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I mean, BM, Audi, Mercedes. I think they all have got this
Yes.
gearbox adaptation. It's it's a thing, like,
Yes.
So we've got a question from Kanesan here.
Yep.
Yes, please. Please tell me more about the new inline six engine from Mercedes. Very curious about it. What's your take on the inline
inline six
six?
engine.
Mm,
As I know, this engine is using in GLE 400,
mm,
the new GLE, the inline
mm,
six engine with turbo. So
mm,
it's
Yep.
powerful engine as well. So far,
mm.
I didn't hear any problem from this because it's still renew for this
Yep.
in this Mercedes.
Mm,
So because all this while Mercedes doesn't come with the inline six for really quite some times. You know, the back
Yes.
then we have the
V6,
124
124.
inline six,
Yes.
yeah,
Correct.
126, right? They have an inline six until now.
Yes.
They have the new inline six
Yes.
with
They
turbocharge.
they are trying to set their path to attack BMW face on.
Yeah. So far, I didn't hear any problem from this inline six engine. So,
Yeah.
so
I mean, one thing I
yep.
must say,
Yeah.
when Mercedes makes a product, the product
Mm.
is very much bulletproof. I always see like
I do agree.
Mercedes is like if I compare Mercedes, Mercedes is like Toyota. Toyota may be behind technology sometimes, but they make
Yes.
the product is always super reliable. It works. And then you got the BM and the Audi. They're kind of cutting edge. They try certain things which may not work. Let's try doing this in this engine. Let's put the turbo
Yes.
here. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, now put the turbo here, pula. So they keep changing the things, and that may not be the best thing, yeah.
Yes.
Mercedes
Yes.
are just reliable for that fact, And I guess I always had a question, like parts for Mercedes, how interchangeable are the parts within Mercedes? Like if you have, let's say, a 2-liter engine in a, let's say, in a C class and a E class, I mean, how much are the parts the same and how are they different
Yeah.
from a point of maintenance?
Basically, it's almost the same because it's still
Oh,
2-liter engine. So if we are talking about the maintenance service and also the parts, which is what we're using in this car, it's almost the same. Just engine part, the body part, suspension, we don't talk about it.
yeah,
Engine is
correct.
almost the same. They're basically
So,
is sharing.
so all the I mean, everything in the suspensions are totally unique. Like the E-Class,
Yep.
the C-Class, they're all unique.
Yes.
Yeah, unique,
Different platform.
Yep,
different
correct.
platform. Yeah,
Right.
because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
two different
Mm.
class, they have to be
Mm.
different. Just engine type, yeah.
So Max Low says Marsily topic. Yes, we are Marsily. And then Anthony says
Massively.
raining soon. No, it's already raining. Okay, here in the background, it's raining
Yeah.
heavily.
That's
Yeah,
that's your that's your place, is it? You can hear the
my place
thunder.
is thunder raining. I've got a window here. It's quite heavy. You know, how's over your place, Elson? Is it raining?
Yeah, it's raining.
Puchong. In
The
Puchong also
Puchong
raining.
area. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Sungai Long
But
here has been on and off. Yeah.
if you were to pick an engine, I think over the years you've worked on or you heard, which engine give you the less amount of money in terms of as a business, give you less problem. You're like, "Hey, yeah, this engine, really no income on this engine." What would be the engine that you say like, "Hey, yeah, too
Uh,
good lah."
too good, I will
Bulletproof.
say like, yep. We go to this James Ng. They have the comment on this 274 engine. Yes, this is the engine is very good. So basically, this engine doesn't have
Yes.
any much big repair on that. So we don't do, we say like wear and tear. Yeah,
Yep.
there's normal things like belt and then some pulley, some alternator replacement. Yeah, it quite often, but it's still not affecting to the main engine. It's still the engine is still very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I got to
So and
concur with you
also
on that.
and
Yes.
then the
Yeah.
another one is the 276 engine, the
Hmm?
V6 engine.
Yep.
It's quite reliable,
Yes.
which is using
Yeah.
on this S400. We know.
Hmm?
Yeah. So this is really good engine as well.
Is
Okay.
that the same engine in the C43?
Engine base, yes.
Engine base, yes.
Yes,
Engine base, yes.
because the C43 is a turbocharged engine.
Hmm?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's an engine is the same, but
Yep.
the turbocharged, there's an add-on one turbocharged because the S400 is NA engine.
Correct. Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, lah, I got to concur with you, lah. The M274, I've been tuning these engines for a couple of years now. The engine is really very little issues, lah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
I think
we
the
can't,
only
we can't,
bugbear. Yeah.
we can't say the same for other continental cars lah.
Mm.
I think in terms of the 2-liter engines, if you ask
Yeah.
me, I think the Mercedes one has the
Mm.
least issues, if you ask me, the
I,
2-liter,
yeah,
4-cylinder.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about, I mean, I know you're talking about Mercedes here. If you talk about inline six, yes, I think the BMWs are bulletproof. They're quite solid,
Yes.
But when you go to like the 4 cylinders, the
Mm.
timing issues in the BMWs, the
Yep.
Mercedes, I rarely hear issues. But I guess
Yep.
also down to the fact that I mean, what I see, Elson, is that the tuning potential on Mercedes is much higher than Mercedes. It's like there's a lot of gains can be made, but I almost find that Mercedes doesn't go and advertise like, oh, you know what, our engine can do so much. They don't do that. But on tuning, I mean, I find that it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy how powerful it gets. You get a lot of
Yeah.
results.
Yeah. I think they are actually very conservative, lah. Mercedes, they tune the engine a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to a point, sometimes it affects the transition with the communication with the gearbox. So sometimes it jerks a bit and slow to respond. I think due to the restriction that they put to the engine mapping.
Mm.
Yeah.
Earlier you spoke about the gearbox. It's the 7G gearbox. So the 7G and 9G for
Yeah.
the CAT 100 coupe. What's your take? Which one would you buy if it's your own money?
For me,
Yeah.
of course, at the moment I will choose 9G because the 9G tronic engine, 9G
Yeah.
gearbox is a
Mm.
very very smooth gearbox compared to 7G, and also
Yeah.
least problem.
Okay.
I don't know whether
Okay.
you all heard before the 7G. There's a
Yeah.
lot of problem on this transmission, which is the control unit. You have to change.
Okay.
So they have the problem on this. After sometimes the gearbox are giving this issue on this 7G tronic.
What issue is that
Oh,
again?
okay.
Sorry.
9G It's the so-called the problem with this which
The
is
ECU, is it?
ECU, the control unit for the gearbox. Yeah, it's built
Okay.
together with the valve body.
Ah, all
Okay,
right.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess anything new you come, depending how you use it, there might be certain teething issue. Like, always I
Yeah.
think the first iteration of any new technology is always a concern you have.
Yes.
9G is
Derek's,
better.
yeah, maybe better.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
And
by
also,
9G.
I think, yeah. Also, I think Mercedes is the only manufacturer that actually manufactures their own gearbox. You know,
True,
people like
Mm.
people,
correct.
BMW, will use a ZF
Mm,
gearbox or a
mm,
Getrag
mm, mm,
gearbox.
But I heard
Outsourced.
from one of my
Yes.
customers say
Hmm.
the Mercedes gearbox is still manufactured by this ZF, but it
Oh, but
doesn't come with the ZF logo and all this. It's a ZF
oh,
company. They
okay.
built for Mercedes. This is what I heard from one of my customer. He said because he is the we should call the auditor from this ZF Malaysia.
oh, okay.
So he know
Okay.
these all things lah. So what the
Okay.
information is from him. So I know that the ZF basically they all built the gearbox for Mercedes, also for the BM.
It could be the plant lah, because I think
Yep.
I think the ZF has got a plant,
Mm.
maybe the manufacturing, but I think the design, a lot of it is yeah, definitely Mercedes independent lah,
Mm.
Yep.
yeah. I think the internals are way different than a ZF gearbox lah. That's for sure, you know.
Yeah.
So we've got Derek here. He says what we call as due to emergency lockdown, no longer depends on mileage, right? Yes. I have a question on this. I mean, like, do you still have friends in, I guess, in Mercedes, authorized, like, with Hapsing and stuff? Because
Yeah.
I always had the question, like, I know like how cars are being locked down and we don't go on service because why we can't go out,
Mm.
right now. So do they still void the warranty if I don't go within 6 months and within the period, although my car
Actually,
not
it's
used?
1 year. 1 year, one
Okay.
service.
Okay. One year. So
Yeah.
is there still an issue if you don't service? I mean, I guess there's two issues. Like, one is about what is the right approach. Other issue is what is the warranty issues if it's a new car. Would they still penalize
Mm.
if you don't service?
Basically, the dealers they will give 12,000 service and
Hmm?
also 1 year. So
Hmm.
whichever come first. If they say
Hmm.
your car drive for 12,000, so you have the service,
Nam.
or else 1 year.
Nam.
Correct. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
after 1 year, so they have the time limit. If let's say the car is hardly used,
Hmm.
after 1 year, just is still not due for the mileage. Correct. So some
Hmm.
people will think that I will maybe hold on first because they are not
Hmm.
driving the car much.
Yeah.
So they have the period on that. I think it's about 3 months, 90 days.
Oh,
If let's say like 1 year and 3 months. So
I see.
1 year is due, so you have 3 months time to send the car in for remain your warranty. If let's say after
Ah,
3 months
Ah.
you still not
Yeah.
sending in, they got the right to void your warranty.
oh my God, I didn't know about
Yeah.
that. So guys,
Yep.
you heard it here. If your cars, I need to go and check out my mileage claims now to make sure that I send in time.
Uh,
Time
Yeah,
based. Yeah.
yeah.
Now it's
yeah.
time based.
Derek says 1 year ran at 5K through. When I use the
Mm,
car, what can I
Yes.
do?
Yeah.
And of course, I think whenever we talk about any quantity cars, somehow the hybrid discussion comes along, and
Yep.
there goes Brian comes with on
Yep.
Hi,
hybrid.
Brian again. Hi.
Yeah. Brian Chong.
Yeah,
So
Brian Chong.
hybrid cars,
Yeah.
Sifus. What about 2016 C35OE? Hybrid cars
Mm-hmm.
usually are not preferred
Mm.
by consumers before of the battery lifespan. May I ask,
Mm,
is it a good to get a hybrid car? What we have to consider before getting a hybrid car? So before we get to
mm,
that, I think what I understand is that
Mm.
not all workshops can handle hybrid cars. I think handling hybrid cars, it requires special skill. Obviously, like you guys do, so you can go check out
Yep.
RE with Elcent, because
mm-hmm.
you need to discharge the battery, make sure it's safe. It's not as easy as selling to any Mercedes mechanic. Like, it must be someone who's not authorized but skillful enough to handle hybrid cars. So
Yes.
yes.
Mm.
So over to you, Elson. What's your experience with the 350 OE?
Okay. So it's a very good question, Mr. Brian.
Mm.
So a lot of customers also ask me before they getting a hybrid car. So
Mm.
is it good to get the hybrid car? Is it the petrol car is better or just get a hybrid car is better? It depends on how you want to feel on the car. if let's say you are the you want to test the technology because you don't have the hybrid car before, you're willing to test it because you know now the technology going is higher. So everybody is listening a lot of hybrid car is how good you can charge and go for how far and how much petrol is saving. So if you let's say you don't mind for testing it and try it, yes, you can go ahead. Because also this 2016 EC350 is giving 8 years warranty from the this oh sorry, actually giving 8 years warranty from this dealer for the hybrid battery. So let's say 2016, so 4 years warranty end, so you have another 4 years for the hybrid battery.
Yeah. But I guess one is the warranty. The warranty, I think, my mind is two things. Like one is warranty from the car manufacturer. That's the 4 years for the car itself. And then you've got the warranty of the battery. That's fine. And even if you get external warranty doesn't cover the hybrid components. They don't cover the AC/DC, they don't cover the AC compressor. All hybrid matters they don't cover, and the battery. But from what you have seen, has there been any like common issues coming up with hybrid cars? Have there been any hybrid issues, first of all, coming up with hybrid cars in your
Seldom.
after warranty?
Very seldom.
Yeah.
Very seldom.
And have there been hybrid issues or just normal Mercedes like timing, I mean, like all the timing chain and all that common stuff?
Just a normal, basically just
Normal
normal
stuff
service we do. Normal stuff, yes. Because the hybrid things is seldom giving problem. Yeah.
Yes.
Because
So
it's
the only
really
thing
quite stable, I can say. But for this C class 350, so they have a problem on this suspension.
Yes, I was about to get to that. I was about to get to that.
Other
Correct.
than the
I was
the hybrid.
just about to get to that because my friend does a shop for suspension, and he tells me a lot of people come to him for the Mercedes hybrids because the battery is so heavy, it drives horrible. You got to change the suspensions, man. The stock ones are just crap. It gives way very fast. I was just about to get to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Elcent, now since we are talking about a hybrid, there has been so much flag about the E300, blue tech hybrid
Yeah.
diesel model,
Yeah.
The diesel.
What's your experience with that one, actually?
For that one,
Yes.
I think I'm the first in Malaysia to get the claim from this E300, the hybrid battery.
Oh,
The first.
the first,
Quite first, because when the moment I remember when I get we confirm the battery is got problem, and then we are getting the price from Mercedes-Benz Malaysia. Even they also don't have the price on how much is it they are selling to the dealers. So they need to check with the Germany. So when the moment that I know this is the first time they check. So
But was it the battery issue?
The battery problem because of the aircon is not cold.
Okay.
Because this model, the E300, the Blue Tech hybrid, the aircon actually is using by the hybrid battery to control.
It's an electric motor which charges the system to put the the AC.
Similar to your A6 hybrid, lah.
I mean,
Yes,
the AC hybrid
similar.
is similar, except that if there is a hybrid battery failure, you still have got AC running. So even if the hybrid battery is compressor is electric. On the diesel hybrid, where's the e-motor? Is it on the wheels or gearbox?
On the gearbox.
Same lah. Same. Yeah. But yeah, the compressor was the biggest issue with the Asus hybrid.
So after that, then I get the claim. The price is quite expensive. So that's why. But after that, after the car is almost due for warranty, 4 years. So Mercedes, they have the program to for you to buy. So you can extend another 4 years for the hybrid battery. Provided you need to send the car in to them for the servicing, maintenance service. Then you can continue with another 4 years.
Yeah. Wow, really, it's really
wow. can really hear the rain, man, your side.
The best part apparently around my neighborhood, not my house, there's no water, but you can see it's raining heavily here now. But yeah, so hope Brian that answers the question. I think yes. I think under the warranty thing is a issue, but yeah, I think it's like luck, like 5.5. I mean, there'll be a small percentage of issues with the cars and batteries, if any. Derek, yes, crank cancer causes like misfiring. Yep. And then we got Didi Tan here. Say hi, Sifu. Hi, Daddy. Thank you for joining
Hi,
us.
Didi.
Didi.
Didi, a
nice
good
to
friend
see.
of ours and one of my
Yep.
fellas.
My
Okay.
camshaft adjuster showing sign. You can fix mic.
What model is your car?
Yeah, Ernest, please.
Yeah,
Should be the W204 or
CGI.
CGI or compressor.
Yeah,
Should be.
CGI.
Should be.
Should be lah. From the
Ah.
sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, either Elcent or myself also can fix lah. That one.
Sure. Please send to me.
Yeah.
Can leave your
Yeah.
number there. I can call you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Contact. If you guys want to get hold of Elcent, you can go check him out. What's the name again? How I spell the name? RE
Autoworks.
RE Autoworks. Check
RE
him out.
Autoworks.
Yeah. Contact him.
Yeah.
So question again. Is the W204 reliable? The C250 disguise? What are the common issues to look out for?
Yeah. The W204 reliable. The W204 they have two models. There's one is the petrol engine with this 4-cylinder CGI, and also they have one actually is an older model. They have a V6 engine. So we don't talk about the V6 because that one is already about more than 10 years old car. So the normal one is a CGI engine. So basically it's a problem with the camshaft adjuster. So it's like you close to 100,000, so you have to check. And if let's say got problem with the engine warning lights on, you get replace it. That's it. And also this model also using the 7G tronic gearbox. Also they have the problem with the ECU. Another name that we call it is a black board, because the ECU is a really black color. So it's okay. Yeah, that one.
Black
these
box,
two things you have to. Yeah, you have to.
Why would the ECU be issue with this one or for the gearbox? This is the gearbox ECU. The TCU,
the gearbox ECU.
ECU lah. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. And then we have a question from Zafri. Mike, need to check my AFI with you after Elcent changed my spark plugs. Did you ever hear back from UK?
Yeah, this one we got to rescan your car and we have to check out whether there is an issue with any of the sensors lah. Because it's a proven tune, that our UK guys have given you. So we might have to check your air mass or the O2 sensors as well. Because these are the two things that actually feed back to the engine. How much air is going into the engine, and the O2 sensor actually tells the engine how rich it's running. Yep.
Okay. And I guess on that note, I think we normally do a car of the tune of the day. Today, I think we were thinking about doing the 205 instead. So let's bring up the tune here. So this is a C200 184 stock, is that correct?
Yes, 184 stock.
Okay, so this is the
I'll
tune
try
results.
to pull the pictures.
Okay,
and,
so this is the tune results for the car. So a C200 stock, it's 184 horsepower, and you can see the gains are quite significant. We have about a quarter increase in horsepower from 184 to 230 on stage 1, and torque goes up by 40%. So the torque is actually quite substantial. That just shows how strong the gearbox is. You can handle a lot of stock in the car. And what impresses me most is the curve. So if you look at the curve here, guys, obviously the one in red is the pre-tune, and one in blue is the post-tune. The torque curve is just amazing.
Yes.
So high.
Yes. Yeah. You gain a lot of torque with this engine. And the main thing is the whole engine operation is so much smoother after the tune. and the gear shifts are a lot better. Yeah, much smoother.
Yeah, people don't realize that a lot of times that you say like when car manufacturers make a car, like you say like come to warranty claim like Elcent, they need to ensure that car lasts for 100,000 kilometers or 4 years. After that, any problems is your pasal. So they want to make sure it lasts for the period. So they want to make the car as reliable as possible to make sure they will detune the car. By tuning the car power after like very laggy. It's like not there. The gearbox and the ECU is like lebih kurang lah, So yeah, that's fantastic. What's your favorite engine in this lineup for the C200 for that particular model, the 205? Would you go right up to the C43?
Yes, I go for that. Of course. More
Of course.
powerful.
Yeah.
C43.
Because
The C63 lah.
engine, the C43 is tuned by 63 is tuned by AMG. Yeah, that definitely
correct.
is.
Yeah.
Definitely is a very good car on that.
It's a bit bonkers lah. It's a bit crazy lah. I mean, it's a bit crazy to put
Yes.
so much power in such a small car. It's just, I mean, yeah, it's a bit crazy lah, If you were to get a crazy car from Mercedes, what would that be, Elcent?
I will choose the CLF 45.
Wow.
CLA 45. Nice.
I mean the new one, the W177.
Yep. Yeah, the 45S.
Yeah, the 45S.
Yes.
Beast, man.
I tell you what, we will go for a quick commercial break. Yeah.
Yep.
Thana, we have
Okay,
reached half
we'll do that
time.
now. Okay, so
And then we
today
will
we're
talk
keeping
about the CLS.
Okay, so we're keeping in theme. We are doing a commercial about Mercedes.
Yep.
Remember, Lewis, this is green hell. Take care. That's what I'm doing, man.
AMG, 50 years of driving performance.
I always like the commercial. I think we were talking about what cars would you get if Mercedes. I always never had attraction to Mercedes, except for few models. I love the 190E, the older one. Obviously, I love that Mercedes. And if you talk about in between, I like okay lah, but the AMG GT is the one that if I were to get, that'll be it. That'll be the car I'll get. That'll be the car that AMG GT and even the base spec are like, okay, I'm done. It's perfect, perfect in every way. It's an epiphany of AMG, the best of AMG what to offer. It's just so great, so amazing. I went on the Sepang track once with that car. Obviously as a taxi, but crazy.
I mean, the Mercedes V8 that is something the 6.2 engine. Fabulous engine. Yeah, that one.
It's muscle car, but yet there's a bit of refinement into the sound.
Yes.
It is not as muscle car as like American muscle car like V8s, or even like Cosplane, but it's very refined V8. So
yes,
very nice, very nice.
And the sound that comes out from the engine, you know, when they in the Formula One, yeah, when they have the safety car, oh
Safety
yo,
car.
yeah,
Yeah.
the noise that comes out of that car is just
So I was
yes,
I was I was in the KLA Sepang, sorry, in the F1 Sepang, and
yes,
the guy did like drifts and all that stuff in the track.
yep,
Like he went like he was talking to me. I was like, wow, see how wow, it's just so powerful. See, it's very easy. See, I turn and he drift. See, very
yes,
easy. Anybody can drive this car. It's like so easy to drift. You know, so much power in the car, and it's crazy. And there's a dash on the dashboard. That's the
yep,
G sensor. It's the same as the
yep,
C53 and all that.
yep,
And
Mm.
um, and when because I drove the E53 AMG,
mm,
and they had that G-force thing. You know, I still remember the switches that up and down, left and right, the G-force.
Yeah.
And they
mm,
I was like, okay, like why they have this like in the E53 seems like a bit tequila, but in
mm,
the AMGT it makes sense because when you go and pull, I can see it goes like pop, it goes to the back, you know, and then you
yep,
stop, then you
The
left and
G-force
you
straight
drive.
way to the back.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah. On the E53, that thing is like, alamak, this is a small indicator for fun is there. Ala, this is so
yep,
tequila, you know. But
Ah.
the same display, on the LGT, it is crazy.
mm.
It's like then you're like, now I know why it's there.
Yeah,
It's
it really
amazing.
makes sense, lah. You know, in the GT.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So back to our question, guys. So if you have a favorite Mercedes, please drop in the chat box there, and we'll talk
Yep.
about it. Pradesh
Let's
Warren
get.
Punya has a question. Pre-facelift, post-facelift. If you ask me, I always say newer the better. But I guess
Mm,
what is different from the pre to the post facelift?
1.8 to 2.0.
Okay,
yep.
in
Yes,
terms
this
of
is a big.
big
And
difference,
then
lah, right?
the exterior, because
Mm,
from this
Mm,
that light,
pre-facelift and to the facelift, it just the
mm,
outlook is changed. But also
yep,
this model, the engine also they changed the new one, which is a
mm,
yeah,
2-liter engine, which is quite
yeah,
powerful. Yeah.
yeah.
yep,
So
They
if let's
went to the
say
M274. This one.
yep, yeah,
M274,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
They went to
so
the M274.
So I'll show you. This is the pre-facelift E250 CGI. As you can see on the
Mm,
1.8, the tuning potentials are not that
yep.
fantastic, but you still get revier. I think
Yep.
you notice that even with only an 8% gain on the DNA tune, you will see the curves again as always. The torque difference is a lot, lah. You know, you get the
Mm,
clock much faster. And I always tell Mike, like I'm surprised, like I mean if you zoom in here carefully, the horsepower gains, not only is it there's some gains, but the curve is very smooth.
yes.
You know,
Yes.
I think that's very important. Like, don't forget about how smooth the curves are. Like,
Mm. And for this CGI model, right? You know, they have
Mm,
the C180. You see.
mm.
You know.
mm,
So if you go and tune it, right?
Oh, okay.
Your yes, the C180. Once you go and
Mm,
tune it, you
mm.
get 220 horses, just like on the C200.
Right.
C250,
Mm,
yes. So they really detuned the C180 lah.
mm. And,
mm,
and
Yeah.
I guess if you go for the post the facelift model,
Yep.
obviously it's running a 2-liter engine, as you can see here. The gains obviously are, as I said, as I showed before earlier, they're quite significant, So
Mm.
yeah, lot of difference like the engine lah. Basically, it's a different car,
Yep.
underneath. How's I guess from your driving experience, the car's drive and feel, Elson?
Basically, it's almost the same
Mm?
because it's just to the pre-facelift to the facelift.
Mm,
There's nothing much to change.
Mm.
Just only the engine output is more
mm,
powerful than previous one.
mm.
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 Yep.
And also, I will quite prefer the new one, definitely.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So we've got Derek here.
Mm.
Question: what about the 176A45 DCT gearbox?
This one, the gearbox is very good gearbox, I can say, because
Mm,
one of my
Mm.
customer tell me that he got one friend, he driving
mm.
this F45 also, every weeks at least 2 times for he using the launch pickup.
Wow.
Oh, launch control.
Every
Yeah,
week.
Wow.
yeah, no problem.
Wow.
After he sell the car still running smoothly.
Do that to a Ferrari. After 5 times, gearbox is gone.
The gearbox,
New
Yeah.
clutch. New clutch.
new clutch. Have to change the clutch. But
Mm.
surprisingly, the F45, the DCT gearbox is very good.
This is a very interesting question. Next one
Yes.
here over here.
Yeah.
W213, CBU or
Mm.
CKD.
Oh.
Is there a difference?
Price different.
Yeah, but I guess from your mechanical point of view,
No,
do you see a difference?
same.
Same, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the previous time that is old time before. CPU is better than the CKD because we know the CKD is local made. Right.
Correct.
Right.
Ah.
So the CPU is from overseas. So people will think that the CPU is always better because also the first batch and second batch they all import from the other country. So we call that CPU. Yeah, but
Okay.
for my point of view, same problem, same power, nothing else. Nothing is different.
Okay.
Earlier talking about warranties, and Zafri has got a very scary story.
Yep.
My uncle's 213 under warranty
Yeah.
was void MCO because overdue by 3 months. Oh, sad, man.
Oh.
Very sad.
Yes.
Very sad.
Yeah. I
Very
think
sad.
this one you can actually write in an appeal,
You can try,
Yes.
but because this one is verbally they will say that their warranty is void, but actually you can fight back. Maybe you
When
can
it comes
just
to the issue,
try.
lah.
Yeah, just bring it to the Mercedes-Benz Malaysia and inform them because it's not purposely you want to make the
Exactly.
warranty due.
Yep. Correct.
So
Can't
you
go
have
out,
to
not safe.
maybe you
No,
go for other country cannot come back for MCO, so you
Yep.
can just reappeal it. So I think they will give you the warranty back, but if you have to try lah. I know it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
So earlier, Ernest, I had a question about I think it's Cam, I believe, and it was actually a W271 engine. Earlier the question from Ernest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Max Low says thought the gearbox issue mostly affecting W212. Not surprising since W204 is the same.
Talking about a 7G gearbox lah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
we got James Ng here. For 2017 E250 W213, if coding the meter to AMG series, would it affect the engine performance? The meter, is it?
No.
Change the meter. No.
No.
But
No.
you feel faster, lah. You feel stronger. You change to your engine steering, you feel shock.
You feel shocked.
If you feel shocked, the car is fast already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
It won't
will
affect-
be what will be your favorite mod if you I guess the aftermarket scene, like, if you have a car and it's coming out of warranty, like say 2015, let's say E-Class, whatever, what would be your first mod to the car that you would do?
my car?
This is
I
your
will send
own
to
car.
Mike.
Mike.
I will send to Mike.
So I never say one, I never ask him to say, he say,
I
he say himself,
I also never influence you.
No, I will definitely send to Mike. Just having to calculate. I want to send
Yeah,
straight.
What, stage 3 change turbo some more.
Yes. If I've got the chance to do it, I will do it definitely.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because
It makes a difference,
Mercedes, everything is perfect. Everything is so far so good. But only
Yep.
things that at the outlook, everything is just nice. LEDs. You don't need to do much of the modified on the exterior. Maybe yes, you
Yep.
can just modify the exterior, change the body kit. Yes, but from the inside engine,
Yep.
tune it. That's it. Nothing need to be worried.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a very actually the newer Mercedes, it's much more modern than, sad to say, than BMW. The interior of a Mercedes is much more appealing to a younger generation.
Yep.
Yes. It's younger generation
So-
prefer the interior.
Yeah. So now we can see a lot of youngers like young generation. They all driving the old Mercedes. Like a lot of A
Yes.
class, C class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I noticed that too
Especially
when I
the
go
A and C class.
Yeah, when I
and
go
C
to
class.
Mercedes showroom, I can see a lot of young people there compared to
Yeah.
only lately with the P
Yes.
series got a bit more people coming to BMW, but other than that, more young people in Mercedes lah.
Yeah. I mean, most of my clients I see is also, the people in their 20s and 30s, those with the C class that they come. A class and C class. Yeah. Yes.
So, Mike, if you were to buy a Mercedes, a modern Mercedes, let's say for affordable Mercedes lah, that you think is a good for tune lah, what would be your pick?
Oh, my pick, I will pick the 43 as well. Lah.
43, yeah.
Pick the 43 lah, for the V6
43,
engine. Twin, with a twin turbo engine. Yeah. But the ultimate actually is the 204 lah, C63. Yeah. Ultimate sleeper car, that one. Bonkers car. With a big V8 in it. Yeah. And the exterior
I
just a
heard-
little bit different.
I
Yeah.
heard the new the C63 is 4
Yes.
cylinder.
Yeah,
No
no more.
Yes, no more.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
this is a last chance that you get it.
Last
So,
chance, Mike.
Yeah.
Y-
Last
yeah,
chance.
yeah.
So you want me to pass you some contacts to get it?
It's now or forever.
But,
I mean,
but God,
I mean, it's sad lah, but I guess it's just the times lah. I think people, not everybody likes engine noise. So a lot of people like if you compare, let's say, a V8 may not be as fast as a really nice turbo engine, but the V8 has got much more. I mean, some people like the sound, the experience, the feel, vibration, and stuff. But if you just want pure speed, you know what, like an A45 tune, it's bonkers lah.
bonkers.
You cannot challenge it lah. You want
Yeah,
speed, guys, buy the A45. Done already.
Yeah, the
Put a-
A45
put a-
is bonkers.
put a S there and say for life, and you're gone.
I mean, such a compact car.
Hmm.
You got 550 Newton meters at the wheel after a stage 2 tune.
Crazy,
It's just
crazy.
bonkers.
Hmm.
600 over Newton meters from the engine. And the
And you
engine
do
is
a
strong. The engine
the
is so
engine-
strong.
And you do a lot, Bobby. I mean, Mike, you do a lot of those
Yep.
actually. Yeah, I noticed
I do a lot of those.
comes- A lot. It's
A
crazy.
lot comes to-
The
Yes.
number
And-
of the stuff that you do is crazy.
Yeah, and also the drivability improves a lot after we have done it. So you don't have all the flat spots with the A45s. Yeah, that improves tremendously. Yeah.
Okay. So we got a question from Tai Lung Choi. Sorry, is it worth tuning a 2020 GLC 300? It's actually a very new platform.
Yep.
So I think what stock it's what 250.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, it's about there. The engine. Let me just check and see if I guess we have the tune for that
Yes.
because
The most recent G series I've done, I mean, it was the GLE actually.
Yeah.
GLE 400. That was the latest one I've done.
so this is for the I believe this
Yep.
this is the new
yes,
GLC
this is the one. Yes.
300.
Yep.
I guess the gains are the gains on paper doesn't look a lot because I think from
Yep.
factory it's already tuned to a high capacity. But again I think it's about again the torque curve lah. What
Yes.
surprises me on this one is like it's funny, yeah. Like this is a this engine is shared, isn't it? A lot of Mercedes have this engine, but it's funny how the torque curve from factory is like that, lah. It goes
Flat.
just flats out, lah.
Yes, flats out.
They make it like a more of a like SUV, like you drive that okay, lah. Uncle car,
Yes.
it's just that's the power you get. Like don't go more like
Yes. Yes, because of the restriction they put onto the engine, that's why you get that flat curve, the flat torque here. Yeah,
It's
but
crazy,
once
crazy.
we unleash it, right, you find that the car is so much smoother.
And I guess people
And
will ask,
quieter. Yeah.
people ask like, hey, if you do that, that doesn't mean the car becomes different, very, very different than what the car is meant to be. Like a SUV meant to be an SUV and a sedan meant to be a sedan. What you notice in all the tunes that Mike does is the horsepower remain the same. Remain the same curve. Sorry,
Curve.
the curve of the
Yes.
horsepower. You see, you follow the shape. The shape of the horsepower is always the similar shape, so that
Yep.
what you call the car feels the same, but it's better in all the ranges. Because you
Correct.
don't want to take away from what the car is like, no. But the
Yes.
torque, this is where like, like if you are shifting and you're on third gear, the torque is there for you at any point in time. That's a torque, like,
Yes.
no. Yeah.
Yes. Basically, the DNA of your car remains.
Mm.
And, the car will drive so much smoother with the tune. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We've got a question from Max Low. We're coming to a 1 hour mark before we end the
Yep.
show. So question from Max Low. Is a turbo oil leak a common issue with the 2.0 and 2.8 liter? What
Yes.
causes it? Why? Yeah.
Common issues, yes, definitely. Because
Yeah.
the O-ring, because it is also always we are changing the O-ring and then the seal ring and someone hollow screw, that we always
Yep.
change it because it's wear and tear.
I see.
It's you're going to do it like every 30,000-40,000. If
Seriously,
leak,
if
Yes.
leak lah.
yes,
But
depend
even
how you drive. If let's say you drive slowly, no problem. If you really like pick up a lot, maybe you drive highway a lot. So yeah,
so
common
is
issue.
that item that you service without it failing? Like let's say every 40,000, like you just go and do it without before it leaks, or you do it after it leaks.
You can definitely see that area, that particular area, they have the some oil mark over there. So when you saw it, so you have to do it. You don't
So
make it
the leak.
like until the point that you know the 1.8 engine will always happen. The white smoke coming out from the exhaust when you cold start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
because of the O-ring, because the engine oil, when you off the engine, this leak on the
Yes.
internal. It's go into the turbo. So when the turbo have the build up some little bit of oil, when you start it, so the burn the engine oil inside the turbo.
see.
So it come out from the exhaust.
So
Yeah.
because the turbo leak is internal. So the oil leak is internal. You can only see by the white smoke, I guess lah.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, you can see that area, the particular area, they have some oil mark over there.
I see.
Yeah, for 1.8
This-
engine. For
Yeah.
2.0, it's seldom. It is because they enhance it. So the turbo. So basically, the turbo, this problem is getting lesser, which is the leaking lah.
Yes. Yes. I think it's the journals lah, huh? The turbo journals lah. So you got to get that service lah. Yes. Yes.
I mean, everything that's a bearing, there's wear and
Yes.
tear lah. You know.
Yeah.
Simplest.
Because
Yes,
you know
yes.
some rubbers, seal ring,
Yes.
is very
Yes.
common.
Also,
Correct.
our climate lah. It's a very hot.
Does not help lah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't
Yes.
help with the
Everything's like all the rubber things in our Malaysia is very fast to get problem compared to other
Yes.
country, the cold country. They have
Yep.
seldom have this problem. Only Malaysia, Singapore, all those hot weather country.
Yeah. And one. Yeah, I think this one is the 2.0 and the 1.8. I think it is the engine is still quite reliable lah. In that
Yes.
sense. And then the turbo is quite reliable. Since we are on this subject, because I tune so many cars, it's the bugbear of all the Mercedes series is actually the 1.6 liter engine lah. The 1.6 liter turbo is weak in comparison to the rest of the other range, which is very reliable. Unfortunately, the 1.6 liter engine, the turbo is a weak part of the engine because the turbo is very small. It spins at very, very high RPM. And once wear and tear sets in, the turbo failure is quite high actually. On those engines.
Max Low also says there's a bad burn smell after hard to gay. It starts to fail. I blew one more than a year ago.
Bloody experience. This one show a lot of white smoke and then all the oil in the exhaust system.
But I guess wouldn't you know? I guess ahead of time. I mean, is it something that you like? Is it someone like you know? Okay, this is coming already. I can feel it, or it's like accidentally, shit happens. Buta.
You can.
It's a mixture, I think. It's a mixture actually. But once it goes lah, in a big way lah. Yeah.
Okay. So Nikki asked a question. What tuning do you want to? Yeah, we covered that I think earlier. I think one of the main things is that I think all Mercedes engines are worth tuning for, because even if the game may not be a lot, but the drivability is better, as Mike said. Car smoother. From factory, you might feel the car like a bit jerky, and that's because the power and the gearbox, the matching tak ngam lah. I mean, you do this tuning, it's like smoother. It feels better. I can't imagine driving a car that's not tuned. It's I drive a lot of cars and like there's something the guys are holding back. They're not giving you the full
something
power.
is missing from the engine.
Something missing.
Missing to see the my DNA.
Correct. Give us lah, you know.
You
Ah.
hear the engine, but how come I'm still here?
Engine sound louder
That
than my
feeling.
exhaust.
Yeah.
Isyong asked, do you do? I guess do we do TCU tuning for the 7G gearbox?
Oh, I think upgrade of the firmware. I think you can do it, right, Elcent?
We can try.
Firmware upgrade. You
Yeah.
can try, right? Also, you
Yeah,
got to see
but
what
for the
firmware is in the transmission already, right?
Or what's already there lah?
yeah,
Yeah.
we can try because the lazy gearbox because the 7G one is quite efficient. So when you say the lazy one, I think maybe some firmware is giving you problem, or maybe you can do some adaptation to make it better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zafri says again, definitely smoother after tune, can watch even after the rarely used M26 engine. Yeah. Yep. So definitely
Yep.
you will get gains, you know. We're going to take a last question before we end the show. Again, Chi Kim Tu says, what's the improvement you can get for the C250 2016? I've got the charts up here. So the C250 2017, 16, they're the same. It's the same actually. So you have 211 to 230. Any experience on this particular engine, Mike?
Yeah, we have done it before as well. You know, as we say, you know, the top figures here of 70 Newton meters, you know, that makes a huge difference to the drive, lah. Yeah. And also the way the transmission and your engine, you know, the way they talk to each other, is more intuitive, lah. You know, to your right foot, you know, when you put your throttle down.
So
do it.
I think,
No
so I think,
regrets.
yeah, contact us, contact Mike.
Yes.
You know, we will hook you up. You know, DNA tuning. The number is there. You can call us
Yep.
up. You know, what's interesting, Chi, is that you can notice that. Sorry, let me guess. Chi Kin To. Yeah. So if you notice that, if you see on 2,500 RPM and above, somewhere
Yep.
here, if you were to push the car, the torque will not be there for you. You're missing the torque, you know,
Yep.
on the stock. So you can test that, like, you can test that, drive the car to a certain point, then floor it to see whether it does it come back to you or not. And that's how you know if the torque has been given to you at all ranges, you know. Okay. So anything you want to kind of impart wisdom to our viewers here, Elcent, before we call this end?
Pardon?
Any wisdom you want to impart on our viewers here, except go and visit RE for your requirements, but anything wisdom you want to impart on what you should do with the Mercedes?
Okay, so I know that a lot of customers they are from Japanese car to continental cars. So we do have the service that before you get the car, send to us. So we have you go through everything, check. So before you get the car, because we are new from this industry, for the conti industry. You don't know the car have any problem, Mercedes especially, like BMW. So better send to us, then we can check for you lah. Okay, you can got my number there, so you can call me up, so we can make appointment to have a look. Yeah. So because a lot of people that they're afraid to get a Mercedes, they're not saying that they cannot afford, but they're afraid to have this problem because they heard a lot like people saying Mercedes have a lot of problem, oily breakdowns, right? You know. So no problem. You can send to us. Anything we can advise you.
Yep.
Yes.
You can get hold of Elcent, or you can get hold of Mike. We can hook you up anyway. You can go ahead on Mike also, and Mike can hook you up with Elcent. But basically, I think if you feel your car's old and you forgot how the car feels like when brand new, we can remind you how the car feels like brand new and make it better than brand new. It's just make the car better. You know, that's what life's all about, isn't it? You know, why drive the same when it can be better?
Yes. Okay. Renew your life with your Mercedes.
Really performance your vehicle. Yes.
Yes. And then Elcent, you do PPI as well, right? Pre-purchase inspection, right? You do that as well, right?
Of course, we do that. Welcome to do it. Well, you just send it to me, then we can just make appointment, send to car to me. So I will check A to Z, which is what the things that this particular models that have to be focused on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ah.
Okay.
Excellent.
They
Okay.
check accident
Alright.
point, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining us.
Yep.
As always, catch us again next week, same time, same place, 4
Yep.
o'clock. Have fun in tonight's F1 in Russia. I'll be definitely
Yep.
tuning in, and it's going to be interesting one. So Lando is now in pole position. So let's see, let's see what
Yes.
happens. Can Mercedes come back?
Yep.
It's the question.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
See you guys. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
guys. Thanks.